So our last special parallelogram is the square, and a square is a parallelogram with 4 congruent sides and 4 right angles. So if you notice by this these two properties, 4 congruent sides was from the rhombus, and 4 right angles was from the rectangle. So if you want to think about it, square is actually a combination of a rhombus and a rectangle. So a quadrilateral is a square if it is both a rhombus and a rectangle. Now, since the square is both a rhombus and a rectangle, it has to be a parallelogram as well. So all of these properties that we've talked about before in the past are true for a square. So we're going to start off by listing out the parallelogram properties. The first one we talked about for a parallelogram was that the opposite sides are parallel. Next, the opposite sides are congruent. Okay. We also talked about angles, so the opposite angles are congruent. Consecutive angles, we talked about being supplementary. Okay. The diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. And these were the 5 properties of a parallelogram. We also talked about rhombus having 2 additional properties. So in a rhombus, the diagonals are perpendicular. We also said that the diagonals bisect each angle. In a rectangle, we added 1 additional property. In a rectangle, the diagonals are congruent. Okay. So these are the combination of all the properties of a parallelogram, a rhombus, and a rectangle, and a square has all of these properties.